Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello, this is Lesley Ormsby, psychic medium, healer, teacher of spiritual and mystical things, and so much more. So part of the so much more that I do are these readings that come through, or messages that come through for each star sign or horoscope sign, depending on what you call it. But anyway, I'm up to the sign of Sagittarius. So, and I'm doing the weekly one. So I was going to be doing a monthly one, which is what I generally do at the end of each month, the last week of each month. But I've been more drawn to just do a weekly one, continue with the weekly ones, and then there's something else coming up for the monthly one, which is next week or in the weekend, so that I'm going to put out. So anyway, yeah, so Sagittarius, so welcome to my YouTube channel, Sagittarius, and I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who has subscribed to my YouTube channel and or left a thumbs up or a comment, just to, you know, let me know what how it's panned out for them, what's come through. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel and commented or left a thumbs up, yeah, I invite you to do that like now and or at the end of the video. So I also want to quickly say thank you to those of you who have followed and liked my Facebook page, if you've come across when you've come across, and or if you come across this video on Facebook. And also, yeah, if you haven't, then yeah, I invite you to like or follow and or subscribe to my YouTube channel like now. That'd be cool. So anyhow, Sagittarius. It's like, phew, I kind of like, there's usually a great big build-up of energy with you guys, but it's like not there at the moment. So I'm kind of feeling like there's this energy, like I want to go with Jet today. I've been pulling out cards from this deck, from the Crystal Spirits Oracle deck, and it's like, but I'm not, I find myself not having done it before, because what's happened is like these cards have a lot of different energy, different crystals in there that I have no idea about. And so I've like shuffled and some cards have fallen out that actually, that are more suitable to help support you through this next week or so, and or could be a month, or as long as you feel like you need them. But it's like this time, it's like I haven't done that, so I'm going to like, it's interesting because I have felt like I don't really need to like draw a card from there, because I have these some here that will work, and I'm just being drawn to which ones they are. So I'm just going to find them for you, excuse me, and while I just turn around and get them. So, and I found this, where is the other one? I feel like okay, there's one that I'm just like searching for that one now, and I'm just finding it. Oh, here it is, the card. Right, so the ones that have popped up that I'm drawn to, that I do have here, and I'm sure they're in the deck here somewhere, but it's like, no, I don't feel like I should be going there. So I feel like this is partially for you too, Sagittarius, because it may be that you're not been, some of you may not have been, may not be listening to your intuition. So, and as well as you have been in the past. So anyway, I have, so that what that's talking about is like, listen to it. It's like sometimes what was usually happening around us, there's something, you know, sometimes we need to be, what do you call it? Versatile. Okay, so, and it's like, maybe it's like they're drawing back to this card, so I wasn't really drawn to use them this time, and there's something that's more handier to you that will be maybe work better, or just as good, or if not better than, you know, what you would normally use or utilize. Okay, you'll make sense of that for you. So anyway, I'm just going to read this one. This is what the Jet was, the first one that I'm drawn to. Okay, and it looks a little bit like obsidian in that, but it's not. Okay, it's black, and it's this one here, not the one I'm my ring, that's hematite on my finger, but this is Jet, and Jet is fossilized wood that looks like coal. It's used for alleviating and healing grief. It is also a protective stone to ward off evil and negativity. Oh, shivers, sorry, I'm moving my finger around there, my hand around. I want to get one on a good angle. Okay, so there. And negativity and psychic attacks. It's said to protect finances and protect from depression. When used on the upper chakras, it helps Kundalini move to the crown chakra. It's considered a stone of sympathy, healing, grief, and psychic experiences. It's an excellent calming stone and helpful for treating epilepsy, migraines, stomach pains, colds, glandular, and lymphatic problems. So if you've got anything going like that, maybe it's a really nice energy for you to use in support of, with what you're already using as well. So it's not about like stopping. If you're on medication, there's no way that I would tell you to stop it, but they're a wonderful support, as well, these crystals for you. And it could be for you. And also the next one here is Huckleberry Serpentine. And this is this green one here. This is a bracelet that I have that's been made of it. And this is I was going to say a rock, but a piece of crystal. And I'll hold that up while I read this one. So, okay. So, Huckleberry Serpentine has an attractive colour that takes a nice polish, which it is. And it's actually fairly cool. It's when you can't dig your nail in it, but it feels like it's quite pliable, which is like what it says here. It is suitable for carving. Sometimes it's used as a substitute for jade. Okay, and some circles name this crystal as healerite. It has been used in relation to rise the Kundalini energy and for clearing cloud areas of the chakras. It's excellent for enhancing the meditative state. Also one of the sacred stones of Peru, traditionally used for amulets and talismans of protection. So it's kind of like running in a similar sort of area as the jet, but with a slightly different energy to it. Okay, but it's a beautiful. It has a beautiful energy. When I wear it, it's very calming. It's very soothing, and I feel, generally quite. Is it safe and secure? I don't know. I just feel like really, like okay with everything. And it's not necessarily that I wear it because there's something going on. It's just sometimes I just feel like I like to wear it when I'm a little bit out of sorts. So, and then we have carnelian. I do have another carnelian piece, but I can't find it at the moment. So this is carnelian, and this is in a heart shape, of course, as you can see. So carnelian, just briefly, is a very highly evolved mineral healer. It energizes the blood and aids kidneys, lungs, liver, gallbladder, and pancreas. It also aids tissue regeneration. It helps to vitalize emotional, physical, mental bodies. It aligns physical and etheric bodies. It also enhances the attunement with inner self, facilitates in concentration, opens the heart, warming, social, joyous sort of energy that it brings to you. But it's also connected, also obviously with the. I say obviously, but it connects with the navel, the heart chakra, and the solar plexus. So. Which is why it's interesting, that's why it's in that heart shape, although there are a lot of crystals that are cut in the heart shape, but for some reason I want to make more mention of that. So okay, now, so I'm going to put them over here in the order that they come out. So those beautiful energies, so tune into them. And like I've said before, if you don't have any of these crystals handy, then Google them and like find an image that resonates with you, and then meditate into that, or just close your eyes and sit with it and feel the energy, tune into it, and feel the energy come to you, or you melt into it. Either way, as you're moving through this week. So I'm just going to do get some cards out here for the. Oopsie, there we go. For you. So I feel like there's a few more that are going to jump out. Okay, so when I'm working with the cards, I'm always shuffling before. I give them a good shuffle before I start go to each sign, but I also like do it again, but I've not had to do it really. like really like shuffle it, like they've just started to pop out. So they're ready to go for you, Sagittarius. So the first card out is fluctuation and confusion with the moon. So this, you know, new moon energy that we've just gone through on Sunday, it may have pushed out some stuff for you, and it may have brought out some stuff that you didn't think was going to come out, more than what, you know, like, because it's like new moon, well, you have gone through something new and it's pushed it out, so it's brought out a new you, or a different part of you that you didn't realize that was you. So it's like, now I'm talking really fast, and it's like the energy is starting to pick up. So I feel like, you know, there's something that you've been like maybe resisting on and within yourself that's come out, and it's like, now you're going to have to deal with it. Now you're going to have to deal with it. So, but also on the other hand of that, I feel like it's like there's another part of you that is looking and searching for something, but it's like it's not quite there yet. And I do feel like it, but it's something like that's tweaking, that's like something is tweaking or turning, and it's like, you know, when you have the Rubik's cube, and you just got to do a few more turns and to get in, you know, this way and that way, before the colors of one side, I never can do that thing, that line up, you know, or you're lining up and you're working out. So they're showing me like, you know, like there's four colors that you've got. There's like, I think there's 6, there's 2 more to go, and there's another 2. So that's what oh gosh, it's like giving me a headache just thinking about that now. So, but there's, and that's like, so you've tweaked it. So the moon cycles do bring about some, you know, energy and fluctuation, and also confusion of the mind at sometimes with what is going on. So, but what I'm hearing is just go with the flow, but don't, and like, because some things have been coming out, and I'm just feeling that giving me this thing is like you've been like divided about what you see. So, and then it's like one eye's closed and the other eye's open. So it's like, and you may be like sitting there and you're going like that, what does it look like from that, what does it look like from that side? But actually it looks the bloody same. You're just looking at it from a different eye or a different view, but it's the same. So it's like, like I'm hearing for some of you, it's like, stop trying to make it something that it, or change what it is, because it is what it is. And it's like, so there's something like moving out of a phase, it's like, or into a new phase. So it's really interesting. And here's the thing, the Fool has come up, you know, and the Fool is upside down or in reverse. So some of you are obviously resisting something about taking a leap of faith in a certain direction, or a certain, you know, a certain direction, whatever that is in your life. Could be like for business, could be a job, could be around the home, a relationship, or whatever. But there's something that some of you are obviously resisting. So, and they're just like, because the energy is picking up now, it's like really slow before it's like, oh, what, you know, what now, or why isn't this working? It's because you're resisting it. It's because you're not really listening, because that's what, you know, that's going back to these ones here, is like, and it's like creating some other things that happen, because it's like, you know, it's like you're not going with your flow. Okay, so that's where they're talking about that one. So then we have the Queen of Pentacles, and it's like love of luxury. So it's like the Queen of Pentacles is like, she loves luxury. And she works for it. She's willing to work and do what she needs to do to get to where she needs to be, so she can have what she wants, and not just what she needs, but what she wants and the way she wants it. So, and she's not like, I'm not hearing like she's willing to, okay, sacrifice. This card has come up a little bit lately. So she's willing to do, you know, sacrifice some things, but she doesn't see it as a sacrifice in a way, because, and what I'm hearing is like sacrificing, like doing, like watching TV or doing something. So some of you, or doing something else, there's something where it seems to be like you're resisting the change, or resisting going into something where it's only going to be for a short period of time, or it's going to be a learning, whichever way that you're going, where you feel like where you're resisting going, but you know that in some ways it be, well, you know, you need to go there for some reason. Or there may be like something that's drawing you there, but it's like it may not make sense, so you're resisting it. So, but if there's something down that path that you are going to find out, that's going to lead you to where you need to be, and a lot quicker than you think. It's just like you're in your head, and you're overthinking things, and it's like, because it's not really you think it should be going, or you could be going. But there's definitely something in there. So, But in order to get to where you need to be, it's about taking, you know, making the time to take time to go to do something, to where whatever that is that you're resisting, this new phase or new opportunity or this leap of faith into going into something. Because it does show me there that you'll get what you want if you like, if you when you make your mind up, you know, about, when I'm hearing like when you make your mind up about what it is that you really want, okay, and it's like, so I'm hearing like shortcuts for some of you, and I'm hearing some of you, there's this procrastination, and it's not so much even about fear. Procrastination can be a thing about, there could be a thing about fear, or, you know, but it's like looking at that, what actually fear is, because fear is really just a wider word to use, you know, but there's also, there's, you know, so it's nailing down what really, if it is a fear, you know, look into it. But and what actually is that fear about? It's like, and it turns out it may not actually be a fear, but it's, you know, it's something that, and it's just, why are you procrastinating? Look at that, and it may be that you need to get, you know, get real with yourself as well on saying that, because it's like the potential is there. You have the ability, I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is saying, to be or do and have what you want. So whether you're a male energy or a female energy, even though there's a queen that's come up there, it doesn't matter. So either masculine or feminine, okay. But it's just like, I feel like there's something about getting off your butt and doing it for some of you. And some of you, it's like, yeah, because it's like adapting that sort of energy, or the Queen of Pentacles, where she's, you know, a way of being, or energy to get going with your project, or with your mission, whatever that is for you, your business, your job, your, you know, what it is in your workspace, or with a family, or some sort of project that you're doing or going towards. It's like, I just feel like it's going to be, you know, it's going to be like fruitful when you take that action, when you move towards it. So, because here's the thing, the Magician has come up too, and the Magician is facing up the right way to me, or to you. And the Magician is about new beginnings, opportunities, and talents. So I feel like he's like, just this, he's there to help you with his energy, to like get you to realize, you know, that, you know, you are the Magician. And you can make it work. You know, you can make it work, and he's here to help you, to show you the way. So, and sometimes the Magician can be the trickster as well. So, but I just feel like, you know, in this instance, the trickster could be ourselves, in the limiting belief patterns and all the procrastination that we have. So sometimes we trick ourselves into saying, oh no, oh yeah, you know, and we're just wasting, you know, wasting, when I'm hearing, but I don't normally say that, but wasting or wading across things. And it's like, and because when we're wading through stuff, we're wasting time, was where they're going to that, okay? So then we have the struggle and the Five of Wands after that. They're all lined up. So the Five of Wands, you know, and that's about struggle and frustration. So there's something that you're within. You know, this is about you. This is a fire sign too. There's something that you're struggling within you about it's not where I thought I was going to be. It's not really what I want to do, but it's like, do I just, you know, and then we're going to give up on this, and like, you know, so there's all this, you know, this crap that's running around in your head. It's like, I know there's somebody and somebody's is like, come on, let's get real, let's get going, let's get moving. There's a part of you that wants to do that, but it's like, there seems to be some resistance somewhere along about with some messages and some guidance that you've been getting in which way to go, in which direction where to go. So it's like, in some ways, they show me like, it's like throwing up a whole lot of, you know, throwing up something, you know, like throwing it up in the air and seeing what hits the ground first, you know, or see what you catch first, and that's where you go, okay? And it's, in some ways, it's like, they also show me the other side of it is, you know, tossing a coin. I don't know where that's coming from, but anyway, but it seems to be that sort of energy. It's like, just pick something and jam well, go along and do it. you know, like, and make that, you know, make, you know, definite choices and definite, like, goals and to move towards it, and then just keep going and not stopping, starting and giving up, or like feeling like you want to give up at the first obstacle. Does that make sense? So sometimes the obstacles are there to help us to push past them. And when we go push past that, or we go and explore in them, you know, a bit more, it's like we get a learning. And then sometimes on that, saying that sometimes the obstacles are there to show us that we need to go this way. So there's two things going on there, but it's like you've got to figure out what is it really for you, which one is it for you. And because this is about you going in and like super listening to your intuition and not fighting it. Because I feel like Spirit are giving me that feeling. I feel like you really know which way you need to do. You're just resisting it. They're giving you a little bit of a, like, not a telling off, but it's like a little, like, a push, like a big push actually, and a bit of a shove to, like, just to get moving. Okay, so anyway, then we have the Nine of Pentacles, success and enjoyment. So this is what can come of it. Look, she's in there, she's got the vines are bountiful with pentacles, with coins on there. So it's like, come on, there's some sort of success that's going along the way. So we just got to cut through your bullshit. You know, we just got to cut through our own bullshit, basically, and stop that self-doubt, and that self-doubt and that self, you know, getting that confidence, and stop that self-sabotage, basically. Because sometimes, you know, things don't happen overnight, but it will happen. And, excuse me, and sometimes we've got to like, and when it's, you know, we've just got to, in those quiet times, we've just got to go into that space, reconnect, or connect, yeah, depending on which way you are with that, with yourself, with your higher self, with your inner self, with the highest consciousness of you. And then, you know, when you go there, ground yourself as well, and then just like, and not think about it, you know, not overthink about it, not think about it, put in your, it's like put in that intention and then go for it, okay? And sometimes those, because I'm just hearing, sometimes those obstacles are not really obstacles. It's something that we've put in our way because it's something that either we don't want to do, we don't want to see, we don't want to, you know, we think we don't want to do it, we think we don't want to see it, we think we don't want to have it. But it's like, there's usually something, an outside instigational influence that maybe have brought that to you. So just think about that, have a wee think about that. I just wanted, like, oh, okay, one more card I just was thinking. Okay, so past memories, dreams, meant for you to dream, Six of Cups. So there we go. There's some sort of celebration going on there, and they're preparing for it and moving towards it. So there's the flowers. They're making the, you know, for the presentation is how I see this. So it's like, and everything is building up around the outside, inside, everything. So planning for it. So this is about going for it. You've planned for this, you've put out for it, and it's there. There's the wishing well. I never really noticed that before. Look at that. I'll put a wishing well in the back. So get your shit together and go for it. Anyway, lots of love. I'm going to leave that there with you now, Sagittarius. So lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement and adventure from us here, my spiritual team and light beings, the angels and my guides, my helpers. But also some of my tupuna, which I feel some of yours out there as well who are listening to this. Okay. Anyway, bye for now. I shall see you next Wednesday.